Hi, how are you? I'm Gabby Wallace, American English teacher, master's in education, and founder of Go Natural English. And I'm here to tell you that you can be 100% fluent and confident in English. Even if you've been studying English for years and it seems like nothing is working, you can become fluent in English without suffering through painful grammar exercises, fill in the blank worksheets, or nerve-wracking tests. I'm going to show you what's possible and how you can achieve the fluency that you dream of. I'm going to tell you a secret that I discovered through learning other languages myself and being a long-time English teacher with over 15 years of experience teaching English learners like you. See, I wanted to learn Spanish as a foreign language. My native language is English. So in college, I signed up for Spanish 101, and my teacher gave us grammar quizzes and lists of individual vocabulary words to memorize, and I actually did okay and got an okay grade in that class. But then, when I went out into the real world and I tried to have a conversation with real native Spanish speakers, I had some doubts. I couldn't understand anything they were saying. So how could I have gotten a good grade in my Spanish class, but yet still I couldn't understand what native speakers were saying, and I certainly couldn't participate speaking at a fast speed like they were. So I had an aha moment. I realized that my traditional language learning class wasn't working. Maybe you can relate. And I understood the secret parts that I was missing. Things like understanding how pronunciation works, how native speakers really speak in real life, and vocabulary that native speakers really use versus old textbook vocabulary that I didn't really find helpful. So I realized what wasn't working and what I needed in order to become fluent in another language, and I created the Go Natural English method to close that gap. You know, there's some things in English you really can't control, like the person you're speaking with or your situation, but there's plenty of things that you can control. And today I'm going to share them with you to help you achieve the fluency that you really dream of. You can adjust that balance of success in your favor when you focus on what you can control. By improving your English fluency skills, you're going to be able to control more situations where you need English. But look, you have to understand that if you've been studying English for years and still it's not making sense, still you can't understand native speakers, and still you don't feel confident participating in conversations with fast-talking native English speakers, then I'm sorry, but you're doing it wrong, and I want to show you the right way. So please think for a minute. When you were a baby, your mother didn't say, hey, you need to memorize a list of individual vocabulary words, and here are some worksheets. You're going to fill in the blank with the correct verb form. That's not how we really learn a language. Most English learners like you around the world are so good at grammar because it's drilled into your head from day one in your English class. But the truth is, we don't really learn how to communicate, how to listen, how to speak, and how to express ourselves fluently with grammar exercises. We don't learn about culture or idiomatic phrases by studying lists of individual vocabulary words. And it doesn't work. Do you know why? Because for every word that you remember in that vocabulary list, you forget 3. It's because there's no context, there's no reason why, there's no easy way to remember individual words. The only thing that makes you remember in the traditional classroom is fear of not doing well in your class, and that is not the right way to learn. Long term, you're going to forget what your teacher made you study for the test. But if you want true English fluency and power in your communication skills, then I want to share the Go Natural English method with you and show you a way that really works for you to have confidence in your English fluency for the rest of your life. You don't just become fluent in English by speaking and writing from day one. What you need is a lot of listening and a lot of reading in order to have what we call inputs, or in simpler terms, examples, where you can copy and you can paste these examples or these listening and these reading examples into your English communication. You have to understand first before you become fluent in English. A lot of my students ask me, how can I become a better writer in English? Well, you need to read more. How do I become more fluent in English? Well, we need to listen first. Understanding the language first is a big secret that's going to help you to be able to speak and to write better in English. So you might have already spent a lot of time learning English the traditional way from textbooks, but you still don't feel confident speaking or writing, and you feel frustrated. You wonder if anything will ever work. Maybe you even feel like there's something wrong with you. But let me tell you, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are 100% capable of becoming fluent in English. I believe in you, and I'm telling you, you just need the right method and the right materials in order to understand English and have the power of English communication within your reach. If you've lost confidence in your English communication and you're feeling shy or hesitant to speak, you'll gain back your confidence being part of our supportive, awesome community of other English learners and native speaker English teachers. If your pronunciation is not that good and you want to get feedback to improve quickly, if you want to improve from the intermediate to the advanced level in English, then we're going to help you in our online community and with our recorded video lessons. You're going to learn step by step with the right listening input so that you can become a better speaker with an awesome accent in English. If you can't understand what native English speakers are saying, you'll be able to finally pick out the important words, understanding the main idea, and not only that, but understanding more details and nuances, cultural points that are part of our communication as well. And moreover, you'll be able to finally interact and communicate, expressing yourself more like natives do. So I'll show you how you can learn to speak English fluently without spending more years in the classroom. So imagine how it would feel to become fluent in English and confident in your ability to communicate in any situation. Imagine the possibilities that will open in your life and in your career, how you could enjoy traveling more, meeting new people from all over the world and communicating in English, networking and negotiating in your career. We all know that English will be a big part of your future. So the sooner you are able to control and improve your skills in English, the better your life is going to be.